there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Once again, it is Sovereign Saturday. Take action to build your life. Now, I might have talked about this one way or the other before. I'm going to talk about it again. These are sermons. I want y'all to get this in your heads. And if you're talking about building that sovereign life, you gotta do action. You can't just watch these videos, you gotta do something. You can't sit there and wait for somebody to hand you sovereignty, to have you control over the parts of your life you can control and leverage over the parts that you can't directly control. You gotta take action. You gotta take action. You gotta put yourself in position. If you know what, like one of my main things is having your own business. You got to have your own business. If, for whatever reason you can't do that, or for whatever reason you have maybe a career or something where you have to work for somebody, okay, that's cool. Put yourself in a position where you are a manager. Be running something. Always put yourself in a good position. Even if you on a job, work to put yourself in a position where they can't get rid of you. I've said numerous times I've had 1,000 jobs. I've had a lot of jobs. There's been a lot of layoffs on there. Layoffs, reduction in force, whatever you want to call it. I always survived them. Except for one. I always talk about that one. But I needed to get out of there anyway. That's a whole other video. But I always survived them because I put myself in a position where they couldn't get rid of me. I remember like my last full-time job, I was working at this retail place and they had a significant reduction in force. They were laying off some people. The manager, the general manager of the store, he went out his way to keep me around. He went out his way to move me up because I was such a hard worker, but I was taking action. Look, you got to take action, whatever you want, whether you working for somebody, whether you working for yourself, whether you working on your mindset, whether you working on your body, whatever you got to do to be sovereign, you have to do the work, but you have to do the action. You can't just sit around and wait for it to happen. I wish it was that easy. Things would be a lot easier, but you got to take action. You have to do the work. You got to make something happen. Every now and then I get somebody hitting me up, asking me some questions. Like, I'm most known for the game of man gets woman, right? And some guys be asking me some stuff and I'll be like, well, you will figure it out if you actually take some action. You actually have to do something. And that's in life, period. Nothing's handed to you. Nothing's handed to you. You have people out here want to be millionaires and everything, but it's like, okay, so what are you doing to be a millionaire? What are you taking action about or complaining about something happening and say, what are you doing about it? I'll never forget a young lady I was close to back in the day. We were complaining about some stuff happening in the black community. And she was like, okay, well, what are you going to do about it? And she wasn't talking about the community. She was talking about me in particular. What are you going to do about it? And that was powerful. That was powerful. And indeed, a lot of the stuff I'm doing now really impacts overall everybody, but particularly the community. Look, I'm going to tell you now, if you sitting on your ass, if you just sitting around waiting for something, if you waiting for your ship to come in, it's not going to happen. It's like my grandfather said, my maternal grandfather said, you can't wait for your ship to come in. You got to swim out to it. You have to take action. Whatever, you need to sit down and think, okay, what type of life do I want? What do I want to do? Okay, what do I need to do it? Do I need to get certified in something? Do I need to learn something? Do I need to go back to school? Do I need to move someplace? Whatever you got to do. You might need to move to a different city or something. Okay, what actions are you taking to do that? You might need to get to move up on your job. What actions are you taking to move up on your job? Are you learning extra stuff? Are you staying extra? Are you doing extra? Are you really working hard to do that? You know, you might want a business. You might say, you know what, I need to get that business, and you know I'm big on that. Okay. Do you know what you are good at? All right. Are you doing what it takes to move up in that business? Are you taking action? Are you taking action? Are you doing something? Because there's a lot of people out there, they want something, and they'll talk about it, but they sitting on their couch. If you were to ask them, what are you doing for it? Oh, I'm just sitting around chilling. They waiting for something to happen. They'll talk, and the worst people are, they'll talk a good game. They'll say they want more money, or they want this business. They want this path. They want to move to this place. Okay, so what are you doing for it? Like that last part, move to a new place. You know, whatever you want to do. You might have to move across town. You might have to move to another state. Okay, what are you doing to do that? Are you checking out the places you could live in that state? Have you gone to visit that state? Are you making the moves that you have to make? Like I know someone, they had to make some moves, and they were actually homeless for a bit, but they had to make the moves. They all right now, but they made the move. They went all the way across country. They took the action. They knew what they wanted to do. They knew what they wanted to learn. And I've known some people like that. What do you want to do? Okay. Are you learning what you have to learn? Are you talking to the people you need to talk to? You have to think about that. You have to take that action. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And you know, it's cool to listen to these videos talking about being a sovereign man or a sovereign person, because as I said a couple weeks ago or last week, there's some women who check out these videos too. That's cool. But what are you doing to make it happen? What is your dream? What is inside of you? Because you have to, as my grandfather would say, may he rest in peace, you have to swim out to that boat. You got to swim out to that ship. That ship ain't going to just come to you. It might pass you by, you know. In fact, I'm going to tell you what, the ship ain't going to come in and dock at all. It's just going to be out there. You going to have to do something. People wait for something to happen to them. It's not going to happen. And this is multiple people, different businesses, men and women. They always had to do something to make it happen. You know? They might have had products like books. I'm in the publishing industry, right? I've known some writers, they weren't making any sales. They weren't doing anything. But then I knew some other writers, even if they worked for, you know, had something with a publishing company, they did what they had to do to sell those books. They did what they had to do. You got to take action. There ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. I wish, you know what? I wish it was a case I could just sit on my ass and just have stuff come to me. But no, it don't work that way. You have to do extra. You have to do action. And yeah, you might have to make some sacrifices while you taking that action, but you still taking the action, all right? I want y'all to think about that, all right? Take action to build your life, to build your sovereign life. Take action, all right? So that's all I have for today. I want y'all to think on what I've said, and I want you to become the sovereign person that you are meant to be. Peace and blessings, everyone.